Hello, this is Simon from Hownhall Shooting, based down in West Sussex on the Cowdray estate. I thought it would be an opportune time to show you an exercise that you can entertain at home currently, based on the fact we're all locked down, that will enable you to maintain your condition when mounting a gun. It may be that you're an established shooter that just needs a tidy up, great practice. If you're a novice and you're new to the industry, well then this is absolute magic for you to refine and get in place now, ready for when you go out in the field or to a clay ground when hopefully we're all out of this lockdown, which I hope is very soon. Okay, all you're going to need is a mirror, a little working space and a gun. Now obviously this is a demo. I'm in a building. The gun is and will stay unloaded. And clearly you'll notice I'm not wearing any form of PPE. It is obviously known that if you do go out and shoot, it is essential that you wear head, ear and eye protection. Okay, into the exercise. Very simply, looking at your mirror, go up to it, take a reading from your eyes to the mirror. Move that reading down by 1.5 inches, put a little dot on the mirror at that point. It could be a dab of lipstick or a piece of sticky tape. That is your 12 o'clock focal point. Okay, coming back from there, start from the feet up. I'm going to do this in the guise of a right-handed shooter. So in effect, my front foot is going to be 1 o'clock or pointing 1 o'clock, and my back foot is pointing out at 2 o'clock. So to recap, focal point at 12, front foot at 1, back foot at 2. Obviously, if you're a left-handed shooter, you're going to be the other way round on the clock. So your front foot's going to be 11, back foot 10, so on and so forth. For the point of reference, I'm doing this from a right-handed guise, okay? So 12, 1, 2. Now the body. Let's shift 60% of weight onto the ball of the front foot. This is obviously going to lower your eyes slightly, reduce your height slightly, thus why we reduced our focal point at the beginning. So now we should be, in effect, all in line. Gun. We're going to bring the gun up. We're going to put the stock at the start of the rib cage, just to the side of the chest. Now, it's not to be clamped under the arm. This is uncomfortable and it's going to hinder. And equally, the gun doesn't want to be out in front balancing, which makes it sort of quite cumbersome and uncomfortable. So, optimum ready position, stock, start of rib cage, just below the chest. So quick recap, 12, 1, 2, body weight forward, and I might add actually a quick fix on that with the body weight forward. It's just to remember nose over toes of lead foot. Stock on the start of the rib cage, under the chest. Now we're ready to start the exercise. As we look across the muzzle to the focal point, our muzzle's probably about 1 inch underneath, nothing more. As we stare at the focal point, we're going to slowly mount the muzzle out onto the point whilst we bring the stock up to the cheek, really slowly. So it's something like this. Out, muzzle, cheek. Now at this point, you may mount the gun. Obviously you'll see your reflection and your eye might seem very high or to the left or right of the barrel. Just as an example, what we want to see, if the end of my index finger is your eye, in effect it wants to be sat on top of the rib, which of course will give you the optimum shot when you're out in the field or on the clay ground. It doesn't want to be high or indeed left or right. Okay, so the idea would be to fix that with everything else in place. Remember, nose over toes, stock in that position, side of chest, start of rib cage. As you slowly mount up onto that focal point, the reflection, say, is showing your eye as being quite high, or then micro adjust in the cheek. Take a moment to pause, bring the gun back down to the ready position, and then slowly try and recreate that perfect mount. Now, if you do this correctly, you will feel muscles pulling. And this is the whole idea, because what we're trying to create is muscle memory. As a right-handed shooter, I'm feeling my left calf, left core, left tricep, right bicep. This means I'm pulling the muscles, I'm creating that memory, okay? Only do this exercise for 2 to 3 minutes. It is quite labour intensive. Carry it out really slowly, take your time. The first couple of 3 episodes might be a little bit lumpy, doesn't matter. If you can do once a day, I think you'll find in 2 to 3 weeks, your mount is going to be looking really smooth. And that's going to add massive value when you get back out into the game.